What it is, what it was, what it will be. I'm Chaoser, this is Salty Kappa, and we're going to go over the Monster Hunter Wilds expansion trailer, Ascendance. I've been waiting for this expansion for a hot minute, as I'm sure a bunch of people have been. I was playing the hell out of Monster Hunter Wilds when it came out, because I don't know, I just like the Monster Hunter series. Um, and I kind of stopped playing because I was like, all right, I'm feeling like it's a little stale, just lacking a bit of content. But I mean, it's not the fault. Obviously, it was a new Monster Hunter game. You can't expect them to go from Monster Hunter, World's Iceborne that just had a lot of content in it to suddenly like, boom, here we go, we got a brand new Monster Hunter Wilds, and it's got even more stuff in it. No, that's hardly how it works anymore. But now that this expansion is coming out, I'm going to jump back in and go ham on hunting some monsters again. Because after Iceborne came out, whew, I put some time in. Now, I haven't put in a bunch of, as much time as I used to. Like Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, basically Monster Hunter 2G, was for the PSP. For anyone who doesn't know, that was my first Monster Hunter. No, I played Monster Hunter 1. I'm a liar. I did play Monster Hunter 1, but I didn't understand what I was doing. I played it at a friend's house. I was like, this seems cool, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I didn't look anything up. I didn't sit down and try to dedicate time to it because you're usually not going to put that much effort into a game that you're just sitting there playing for a couple hours or so at a buddy's house. So my first real sit down attempt learn Monster Hunter game was Freedom Unite on the PSP, and I went crazy on that game. I think the time maxes out at 999 hours, if I recall correctly, and I did that twice on two different accounts, two different save files or whatever. So I have no idea how much actual time I put. And this wasn't I fell asleep and left the PSP. No, that's mostly active, playing the hell out of it. Obviously, bathroom breaks, stuff like that. And then I did damn near the same thing for Monster Hunter Portable Third. Oh, why didn't Portable Third get a G version to it? Oh, that was such a good game. And it other than a patch or whatnot, I don't think not a patch, but I don't know, a mod or something other. I don't think Portable Third was ever not in Japanese. I honestly don't remember, and I'm not entirely sure. I could probably look it up. But I just learned, how to play it and how to recognize. It wasn't so much that I was reading in Japanese back then, because that was before I was actually I had started studying Japanese and whatnot. So it was just looking up guides and then kind of being okay, the symbols are very, the pictures and whatnot are very similar to Monster Hunter Portable, Freedom Unite. So it was just all right, that's clearly a potion. That's a mega potion. Yeah. And I went ham on that game as well. And then, just went off from there playing other Monster Hunter games. But honestly, I'm not a big offshoot series, because of how much time I end up putting in the Monster Hunter games once they're complete. I pretty much just do the mainline canon, whatever you want to say, Monster Hunter games. So Monster Hunter 1, sort of Monster Hunter 2, 2G, Portable Third that didn't have a G. That would have been nice. So I didn't play Try. And I played 4, and was it 4 Ultimate, I think it was called. Yeah, and then eventually, playing Worlds, and I didn't play, what was it, Rise? I just saw that as okay, there's a little offshoots, and in my mindset was if I'm gonna play a Monster Hunter game and I'm gonna put 1,000+ hours into a Monster Hunter game, let me just hold off, because I feel to some degree, I'll overplay it and then be kind of I can dedicate my time to other games. So let me just play it's a stubborn line of thinking. Never mind me. So yeah, I have, like, I think I've touched, poked, try, and that's it. Like, played at a friend's house for like 10 or 20 minutes. Poked that thing with my pinky. Boop, okay, dip my toe in. Yeah, I'm good. Never touched Rise. But you know, it is what it is. So I'm a big fan of Monster Hunter, but I'm stubborn. I can be stubborn about it. I should switch that up. If they make any more offshoots, I'd be like, okay, play those. Come on. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's, OCD from when I was younger, or just, Rise wasn't that long ago. So stubbornness. Yeah, OCD stubbornness. That's what it was. I should work on that. But anyway, I'm sorry. Going off on a tangent, talking about my history with Monster Hunter. It's I don't know. I love the series when they can like get it done. Like World, I was like, this feels like an incomplete game when it first came out. Because it pretty much was. Essentially, as far as I understand it, it was, they were like, okay, we've been having all the Monster Hunter games aside from the Wii, but on like portable systems, and then let's put it on a main. Was it PS4? I don't think it was 3. My timeline's a little messed up, but let's put a main one in. Like, they didn't even have. There wasn't hot drink. Wasn't a thing, and I was like, what? There's no hot drink. There's no like real ice levels, even though you had that one. I can't remember its name right now. Don't ask. Don't ask me. That had could shoot ice. So it was kind of just like, all right, we'll see how it goes, and then make an expansion if it blows. That's what it felt like. I don't know if that's actually true. Maybe they thought, because it seemed like Monster Hunter just wasn't super big in the West, like mostly over here in the States and whatnot. And honestly, it kind of felt like that from my perspective, like throughout the years, because I'd see a lot of people, like comments and stuff like that, would just be like, it's too hard. The game's too hard. Oh my God, suck it up. So I think just like Dark Souls and Souls-like and other of the massacre genre coming around, and people just like forcing themselves to suffer through it, and like that type of the difficulty, and really being like, okay, difficult games, we're into that. I think that helped bring Monster Hunter more, because obviously there's plenty of people that liked Monster Hunter, but it almost felt like it was like niche pockets of fandom. And Capcom was like, "Ooh, I don't know if we're going to really want to take a risk on that." And then they did with World, and it worked out. And they're like, "All right, off to the races." I don't know if this is all true. This is just how I have felt observing it. So this could obviously just be a lot of, anecdotal, just observance. And it's like, all right, well, if that's actually how it was, and it's like, cool, you can thank Dark Souls and Elden Ring and, well, you know what I'm saying, like the Souls, like Bloodborne, all that, the just Souls-like and massacre genre, for blowing up Monster Hunter and bringing it off of handheld and onto, like main, big consoles or whatnot. Switch is a handheld, but it's a console. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, here we go. Tangents again. Holy shit! Like almost 10 minutes into this video, can you tell that I like Monster Hunter? Can you? I guess. At least like the main ones. People are like, you're not a true Monster Hunter fan because you don't play every single fluffing one of them, and it's like, well, that's like your opinion, man. But, oh well, I still enjoy it, even if I've been stubborn about which ones I play. I'm a true Monster Hunter fan. I only play the main one. No. So, let's get in this trailer for Ascendance finally. Holy hell. Tangents. Let's check this out. Capcom presents... No. No. Please don't let the story be fly-by-wire.
Wyveria negated the weight of buildings and mounted the sky.
Oh, people getting haircuts now, huh? Alright.
I can't stop wondering, how can all this exist up amongst the clouds?
Isn't that dude like, or that person like study a lot of the ecology or whatnot? Like, there's been other stuff in this world and universe that's been kind of similar. Look at that, Rathalos. I can't even remember. I can't even remember their names right now. I shouldn't even try.
With just their presence. A moving natural disaster.
Yeah, we got to keep the weather change going.
Too difficult to
Got to keep that mechanic going. Kushala de Aura! What? Yo! Welcome back. Oh, that thing used to be such a pain. But then it was just kind of like a love-hate thing. It was like, oh man, you gotta have Kushala de Aura. Yo! Oh shit! Oh my god, I know I'm gonna fuck the name up even though I should know better. Was it Longshan Lung? God damn it. You know what I'm trying to say. Shit. Oh, and it was in a canyon too? Oh, ho, ho, ho. That's amazing. Oh, they're back, baby. They're back. Hang on. Oh shit. Where's my phone? That's that I gotta get the name right, and I know that Salty Kappa's over here like, it's this, you should know better. You fought that thing over 100 times, like crazy, trying to get the damn jewel. Oh my god. Lao Shan Lung. There we go. I was close. Lao Shan Lung. Man. Hang on, let's go back. Let's mute it and play through, check everything out. Yeah. Oh, that was such an awesome fight. Like, obviously it was in Freedom Unite. It was such a very somewhat simple fight, you know? Shooting cannon. I think if my memory serves, and it rarely does. Just shooting the cannonballs and whatnot at it, and you gotta jump down in the valley, if I recall correctly, and then it's just slowly stomping, and you just gotta anyone who knows from those fights, it's an interesting. That's a new monster, right? It's kind of interesting game. Just dive bombing. Who needs what was it? Basil juice? Basil guy? Yeah, I think it was basil juice. The bomber, the mad bomber. Excuse me. Yeah, a bunch of oldies. Well, not oldies. This is from like Monster Hunter World coming back. They're just falling out the sky. It's like, all right, were you dropping them? Oh, well, okay, duh. Make it creating tornadoes. That's probably what it had. A big old tornado. Kushala de Aura just created a huge tornado, and the monsters are just dropping out the damn sky. Let me go back. Yeah, it probably just had a huge like tornado picking up monsters and just throwing them, and you're just like, oh shit, it's raining monsters. Kushala de Aura. I wonder if we're gonna have different variants, like was it the rusted, whatever Kushala de Aura, or I can't quite tell. I don't think that's just we're gonna start off with rusted. But yeah, I really hope that the winds and tornado mechanic isn't as obnoxious and annoying as it was in World. Excuse me. That got to a ridiculous level, it felt like. It was like, okay, good luck doing anything for like minutes at a time, because we're just going to have an active tornado that you can't even approach if you haven't like equipped the right stuff. But, you know, that, just to some degree, it's not that big of a deal. Because that has been like the core thing with Monster Hunter is dress for success. You got to come prepared. Like, you're like, I want to have my meta, ultra, giga, powerful, super armor set with the cool blah, blah, blah. And it's like, hey, man, you fighting a monster with a specific mechanic. You bring the gear that'll make it the easiest. You put away your cool armor sets and stuff. You want to do that? We've got armor transmog now. You can make yourself look good. Yeah, look at just in this canyon, man. Fucking Lao Shanlong, dude. That's amazing. Just that thing just walking through the canyon in Freedom Unite, and you just going through and you're just beating its fupa. That's like, I don't know, for anyone who's ever played and was like seeing how the community was like talking, that's literally just what it seemed like you were beating. It's just like a little pouch near the hind legs. She's like, motherfucker. And it would just be like, all right, I'm sick of you. And it would just belly flop, just poof. Get out from under me, you little bastard. I wonder if they're also going to bring back, hang on, so I don't mess up the name. God, there's so many. Honestly, I honestly still hope that they bring back Fatalis. Like, I want to see all three. Maybe there's more in the other games, but I want to see Fatalis, Black Fatalis, and White Fatalis. Like, White Fatalis was like one of the most pain in the ass. Like, I don't know, it's up in the air. Some people will say that the black, like, lava, whatever, Fatalis was the most difficult. Or was it called Red Fatalis? And because the normal Fatalis is essentially just like has black scales in general. Either way, if you know I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. They had three different Fatalises. One that was like lava and meteors and shit, and then the White Fatalis had like dragon lightning, would just roar and just the whole screen. You're just like running around, just like, oh shit. And on Freedom Unite, there was just like this very specific area. I'm gonna let this run again while I rant. This very specific area that you had to like stand, that had like a lower % chance of the lightning hitting, and it was like dragon elemental lightning that was just being summoned down. And if you got hit, it was damn near a one tap, because it would just fly up to the top of this tower and just be like, ha ha ha, taste my lightning, fuckers. And it was just a pain in the ass fight. You're going the full like 50 minutes barely clearing, or at least I was barely clearing the fight solo. I didn't have that many people to play with, because I was in the Air Force at the time when I got into Freedom Unite. And obviously on the PS2, you pretty much had to be like right next to the people, and I just happened to be, I was stationed in Japan at the time, and I would have liked to have known this sooner, but I ended up finding out with like when Portable Third came out, that there were just like groups of people, because this is before like the internet was going. Everyone had internet access essentially, and it was just like really good netcode on all games, kind of like how it is now, essentially. So you would go to like the Sega arcade, for example. You go to like I think it was Sega 1. I think it was the Sega 1 building. You could probably go to any of them, but I believe it was the Sega 1 building. Maybe it was the Sega 3 building in Akihabara. And you could go down. It had like a basement. You would go down in the basement, and they would literally have an area where people with like stools and like a bar. Okay, we're let me just go back to FaceTime. But it just had just a long bar next to all the arcades and stuff, because the basement was usually like for the fighting games, because usually the first floor, maybe the second floor, was like the UFO catcher, claw machine type stuff, and then you got like the third floor, maybe like the music games. Fifth floor would be like the Gundams and the racing games, rhythm games. I'm sorry, the third floor, like I said, music games, rhythm games, and then top floor was like the purikuras, the beauty, Beauty and the Beast, photo booths. It was basically beauty photo booths where you can. It's kind of before like all the Instagram, TikTok, whatnot, had all the filters that you could do on your phone. But it was like really extensive and built into an actual photo booth. You can go with your friends and make yourself look, pretty yourself up or whatnot. It is kind of like a older version of that. Either way, I'm sorry, but you would go down in the basement. Would have usually the fighting games. And like I said, there was a row of stools. Maybe it would go around the support pillar or around the stairs, the pillar for the stairs, whatever. And you would just have like a whole bunch of Japanese dudes and sometimes women just sitting there on their PSPs playing Monster Hunter. Just sitting there playing the hell out of Monster Hunter, and you could just be like, "Oh, sumasen, can I join?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, all right." there was a degree of just like, kind of a foreigner. I don't know how well we're going to communicate. I'll take a chance on you. That was my experience. That's not going to be everyone's experience, but I wonder how much of that like came from the Japanese version of Monster Hunter Frontier, where if they got a whiff of you not being in Japan and potentially not being Japanese, they're reporting you and your account's getting permabanned. Because Monster Hunter Frontier, if I recall correctly, if one person disconnects, I think it disconnected everyone. Like if one person DC'd during a match, a fight, everyone was getting kicked. If I'm remembering correctly, like I said. And so that became like a big issue where it was like, okay, the netcode, this is back in the day even for computers. And it was just like, no, we're not going to have someone, not in Japan. And we're over here 30 minutes deep. We're in the zone fighting this monster. And then the person not from Japan can't even properly communicate with us and messes up our flow and or disconnects, and the whole thing's just hell no. So you were just getting banned. So like the trick was like, first off, setting up the account was already a pain, and then you don't talk to anyone unless you were like native level, internet slang, typing, talking. I don't think there was a voice. I don't remember, but unless you could type and make yourself sound like, you spend your life on 2chan, don't say shit. Don't say shit. You get in the matches, you know what you need to do, you do it, you get out. Don't let anyone get suspicious. It was pretty crazy back in those days. You go to, like I said, you go to Akihabara, and I would just play game, find someone who was friendly enough, and just sit there and just play Monster Hunter all day in the basement of like a Sega arcade. Man, those were really fun times. I really got into that with Portable Third, because they'd be like, "You're playing." Some of them would be like, "Oh, you're playing Portable Third? You can read this shit," and I'm like, reading, understanding, recognize. There's some differences there. I couldn't tell you how to say it in Japanese, but I could look at a character and be like, okay, that means bone. That means that's the potion. That's the mega potion. That's the powders. And, I know my weapons. I know my gear sets. I know that this is, the different abilities that you can have on it. Like, that was just a lot of just memorizing what it looks like, but not learning how to read it, God, those were some interesting but great times. But yeah, we got an interesting taste with Lao Shanlong. Who I want to see come back, even though some people would argue, hell no, Yamatsukami, dude. We need Yamatsukami cat sitting on your table, taking up your food space. Anyone who understands that reference, you the goat. Anyone who understands that reference, that's an old ass reference. that's a old ass meme. Jesus. Oh man. Yeah, I'm sure. I hope they really blow this one up and just add a lot. Like bring back a lot of the Elder Dragons. Like Elatrion. I say Elatrion. Like, is it this? I think some people say Elatrion. Me personally, I say Elatrion. I'm pretty sure it is Elatreon. I bet if I looked at the kana for it, it'd be like, okay, it's Elatreon. But I've been saying Elatreon for the longest time, so that's just how I say it. Excuse me. Amatsu? Honestly, I thought that was a really fun fight. I thought Amatsu was a good fight. Nice fun fight. Who's the one I'm thinking of? I'm looking through a list here, trying to like refresh my memory. Who was the giant crab? You know what I'm talking about from Freedom Unite. Sorry. Yeah, Freedom Unite. Oh, Crimson Fatalis. I'm sorry. I said Black Fatalis and then Red Fatalis. Crimson Fatalis. Same, but different. Yeah, Fatalis, Crimson Fatalis, and then White Fatalis got brought out in 2nd gen. That's right. Damn, I'm not even seeing it here. I'm not even seeing this list, but it was a giant Shinguren? Was it Shinguren? Was that it? Or am I crazy? But it was like a giant, like, daddy long-legged crab motherfucker that would just stomp its way through, and you had, like, 1,000,000 years worth of prep time as that thing stomped up toward the fortress, because you had to protect the fortress. And so you would just get a bunch, like a lot of people would just set up a shit ton of bombs. Like as it was stomping its way through, excuse me, as it was it's not on, is it not an Elder Dragon? That was weird. Let me just Monster Hunter 2G or Freedom Unite. There we go. Freedom Unite Monsters. Sorry. I could honestly just have Salty Kappa say the name and put up a picture of some shit, but now I'm just kind of like, I'm in it now. That's what we're doing. Oh god, I haven't been on the wiki in so long. This is nostalgic. Sorry. But it's just giant crab, just like daddy long leg crab, man, just walking, and you would like bust the shit out of each of its foot, and it would get the feet would get redder and redder, like, you know, it was like becoming inflamed, like inflammation was building up, and once it got to a certain like redness, I don't remember if you had to do one or you had to get them all red or something, get a certain, and it would be like, oh fuck my ankles, and it would collapse and fall down, and you just start, I think, beating it on the face. It's been so long, I don't even fully remember. But some people are like, no, don't have that monster come back. I like that monster. I don't care. I'd fight the shit out of that. They could make it more interesting. Like La Shan Long doesn't have to just be stomping through a valley, even though we saw in the trailer that it was like coming to a valley. It doesn't have to just be coming to a valley and you just beating a Fupa again. Like, hey, this seems familiar. We don't need it to we don't need it to be like that again. I hope that, Capcom is a lot more creative with their stuff. You know who I want to see come back? This isn't even a big monster. Bring back the like the Velocidrone and the little Velociprey. That's like classic. How have we not seen Velociprey? Maybe I've missed it, but I feel like we haven't seen Velociprey in a long-ass time. Like, the Velociprey and the Velocidrome used to be the classic, like, once you started out, you're fighting little herbivores, and, some of the herbivores are aggressive. You get a moss wine here and there, but, we still see popos, essentially. But yeah, where's the where's the Velociprey? Where the hell have those been? They brought back Kongas. Like, Kongas got brought back in this. But yeah, I'm just looking through the list. Also, hang on. Like, you gotta have my boy a Cantor. Come on, bring back a Cantor and Ucanlos. Ucanlos, man. Jay Leno chin, shovel chin, just launching you into the sky. Where the hell are these monsters at? And they probably find, well, those shouldn't be redundant. Those are really cool fights. Yeah, Shin Gaoren. I'm sorry, I said Shin Gaoren. Shin Gaoren. I did say it right. Yeah, that was a big ass fucking daddy long legs crab. Excuse me. Yeah, they brought back Tao Teostra and Lunestra in Iceborne. That was amazing to see them again. Damn, they made them difficult. But yeah, Ukanlos. Excuse me. Oh yeah, Ashen Lao Shunlong. Yeah. Oh dude, Kezu. Where's Kezu been, man? I'm looking at the list and we're going down this rabbit hole now. This video, shit, man. Nostalgia City, dude. You'll be in there for a while. Oh man, so many great monsters. Like obviously they have Diablos, but I think they consider it probably redundant. They're probably not going to bring back like Monolobos. Is that what it's called? Oh, Monoblos. Sorry, Monolobos. Jesus, Monoblos. Plesiloth. I don't know if I want to see the shoulder checking son of a bitch. That thing was so annoying, just because the hurt boxes, whatever, would just such a pain in the ass. Excuse me. Oh man, so many great classic monsters, like the Hermitar. Yeah, the Hermitar, and wasn't there? What was the other one? What was the other one called? Hang on, I'm gonna find it. Oh, Sianitar. I think that's how you said Sianitar. Yeah, the Shogun Sianitar and the Daimyo Hermitar. Oh man, because you just walk in a room and it's like kind of cut. You're like, the hell's going on? There ain't nothing in here. And you look up. Oh shit! It's shooting water jets at you. Your character's like dodging out of the way in the cutscene. Like fuck, run. My bad. Let me put the phone down. I'm too hyped. I'm running through. I saw Lao Shenlong and I just lost it. But anyway, yeah. Sorry, that was my bad for this one being crazy long. Man, Ascendance. Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds. Ascendance. Hang on. Do we have a release date? I didn't see on the trailer. It just says 2027. Okay, so it's gonna be December 31st. No, I'm just kidding. I hope not. God damn. Shouldn't take that long. Excuse me. Yeah. When this comes out, I'm gonna get back into Monster Hunter Wilds. I know it just like Monster Hunter Wilds was really rocky at the start. And even the like developers or whomever was like, my bad. We promise you it's good now. And I believe them. I still got friends that still play, and I asked them, I was like, how's it doing? They're like, no, yeah, it's doing a lot better. Because I've even had friends who are like, I never noticed issues. And I'm like, bro, I played with you. We've pointed out the issues. Is this some weird cognitive bias or some shit where you're just like choosing to ignore reality? Like, you've seen the issues. We've played together. You've seen this shit. You're just not remembering or choosing to forget them. But it's neither here nor there. They fixed it. It was a brand new game. It still had a lot to it. Excuse me. There's going to be issues. Unfortunately, that's just kind of how the game industry seems to be. Hey, let's put out a really big game, and we'll patch it later. We'll patch it in post. Oh well. But anyway, yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed. My bad. This took on. Memory lane, man. That's a long road. You know what I'm saying? But all right, take it easy wherever it is, wherever you are. Have a good one. Bye.